He's proven himself to be a leader and a winner over and over again. Now we look forward to him leading Delta State for many years to come. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the next head coach of Delta State Statesman, Jamey Chadwell.
First time I've ever got a standing ovation, so I'm out. So I am very humbled and honored to be here. There's a lot of thank yous I need to go around. Dr. Hilpert for his trust in me, Jeremy McLean. The committee, I want to give God the glory for opening this door for me. He opens doors for you, he closes them. He opened this one, and I was more than willing to jump in. I'm excited about being a statesman and continuing the success that has been here over the last several years. I'm excited about where we're going to take the program. I'm excited to be out in front and taking control and help us get to where everybody in this room wants to get to. I know that's a national championship, and that would be our ultimate goal. It won't be easy, but we're going to do it the right way. We're going to do it based off character, based off discipline, based off being in this community, getting Mississippi kids to represent us. Me and the staff that I'm going to try to put together will have a lot of Mississippi ties, and we will be able to make the Delta whole region proud of what we're trying to be and what we're going to be about. We're going to win, and we're going to win at a high level, and we want to win the right way. We're going to graduate our young athletes, and they're going to be great role models for this community, across this state, and hopefully across this country. And one thing you'll learn about me is I love the people that I work for. I love the people that are under my charge. I'm going to love the young student athletes, and I'm going to do everything I can to help them grow, become the very best they can be. On the field, but more importantly, off of it. And I've been treated a lot better this time than the first trip up here, for sure. and so I hope that continues. I hope that continues. But we're going to put a product that you're proud of that's going to continue the expectations that you expect. We'll expect those same things, but we're going to do things to make sure across this campus, across this community, that when you hear of a Delta State football player, you smile and know they're going to do things the right way, and they're going to bring first-class image, first-class respectability, the way they handle themselves, to the forefront. And that's what we're going to be about, and we're going to do it, and y'all are going to be very proud of it. And I'm excited about being here. And I'll open it up to, I'm sure you got some questions there, and we'll go from there.
What was the main aspect about Delta State that just attracted you to this university?
What's your name?
Andy Cotter.
Andy, pleasure meeting you. When you think of Division II football, Delta State's the top of the list. As a competitor, you want to have a chance to play the best and be the best. And if Delta State is not the top program in the country, it's not too far down as far as when people consider that. And when the opportunity comes, you have the opportunity to be at a university, a great regional university that is proud of that, and then also excels at athletics, not just football, but other athletics. You want to be a part of that. You want to be a part of that community, and that's the first thing that drew me.
Now, Delta State, of course, they've been playing in the Gulf South Conference, considering one of, if not the toughest conference in the country. Let's talk about the importance of just coming in right away and just getting the right players and right recruits.
Well, obviously, Gulf South arguably is the top country in the conference, and I think that's a great thing, because you know every week, and your players should know every week, that you got to bring your A game, and so that's exciting. But I think it's important that we bring the right people that want to be at Delta State, regardless of who we're playing. I want the right people that are going to fit our program, that'll play at a high level, but do it the way we want to do it. And as long as and there's plenty of them around that we'll be able to find that'll help continue to keep us at the top of that league, and ultimately at the top of all of Division II football.
As far as the talent around the state of Mississippi, just from what you've studied and seen, just talk about the kind of talent and how much talent you feel is around here to come to Delta State.
Well, Well, there's obviously a lot. You probably don't, no offense to Ole Miss, Mississippi State fans, they didn't have great records, but there's a lot of good players in this state. And so, first and foremost, we're going to go out and find them. We're going to have some people on this staff that hopefully will have some ties to this area. There's a great football. Mississippi, the state of Mississippi is known as a great football talent state. And so it's important that before we do anything, we're going to take care of our home state. And so we're going to try to find everybody we can that's a fit for Delta State University, that's fit for our program, that wants to be a part of statesman football from this state. And then we'll go out and do some different things, obviously, where we need to be. But there's plenty enough to go around, in my opinion, from what I've seen, at least from what I saw in the game a few weeks ago. There's plenty enough. And so then it's just going out and finding the right ones, and that want to commit everything they can to be the very best they can be. And that'll continue to keep us where we want to be in the conference. Thank you. Anybody else?
Coach, Stephen Robinson from WXVT in Greenville. Just wondering about the comparisons or perhaps the contrast in building a program in a short period of time at North Greenville when you size up coming to a program now that's already established. Can you talk a little about your mindset going from one extreme to another?
Well, I think the first, the big first difference is obviously expectations are different here than at a North Greenville when I first took over. And so I think that's actually a positive, because the kids that you're inheriting and the people in here and around believe you should be at a certain level. And so you don't have to go in and change a culture of a winning and the expectations, hey, you can win. Players here know they can win. Obviously, we might do it a different way. And so I think the expectations are a benefit. Now if you lose a few games, it might be not. Which is a big difference. So I think I'll approach it very similar to building a program, because it's the same thing. I'm not trying to build a team. I'm still trying to build a program that's consistently going to be a championship contender year in and year out. And so I'll take a very similar approach, but some things I won't have to harp on as much, because a lot of things are already established. A winning tradition, a right to be on, a privilege to be on the football team, some of those different things. And so it'll be a little bit of a challenge, obviously, because I'm sure at Hey Joe's on Monday night, if I'm not doing a good job, I'll be here. But we're looking forward to that.
Could you also elaborate on the irony of starting a new chapter in your coaching career when the previous chapter was closed here on this university a few months back?
It is, very ironic. I wasn't feeling the same type of love for the place I am now when I was then, if that's what you're getting at. Yeah, I think that's, I guess my interview went relatively well. I'd hate to see what we'd won the game where it'd been, but it is, and I think that was probably, being honest, was the toughest part of leaving, is because I think my former players would have understood anywhere but here, and that was tough, because they're kids, and I've been there. I've been at a coaching change, been a part of that in a college when a new coach came in, and so I think that was people probably would have understood a little bit more with that, but that is ironic, and as I said earlier, God puts people in positions and in places for things to happen, and it sort of happened that way, so it's hopefully that'll be the last game I've ever lost in this state. Thank you for your question.
Coach Stephen Gunner with WLBT out of Jackson. Looking at Delta State's offense in the past, a lot of shotgun. What style of offense, if any different, will you'll bring here? Obviously, you scored a lot of points where you were.
Well, I'm a big believer in running the football. Now I base everything out of the shotgun. We're going to be pretty balanced. I think over the last couple of years, averaged about 260 yards rushing, about 210 to 220 yards passing. But I'm going to find ways to run the football and take advantage of some of my athletes and different things that we're going to be able to get. And we're going to spread it around. We're going to be classified as a spread team, but we'll be very different probably in some areas as far as a run game than you've to seeing over the last few years. But I'm a big believer in I think you can take somebody's will pretty quickly if they can't stop you when you run the football. You just keep hammering, work for team. So I'm a big believer in that. Play to your strengths, whatever your strengths are. Hopefully we'll have, we've had good defenses in the past. We're men, good defenses here, obviously, so we want to try to play to our strengths that way. But you will see a very aggressive style of offense and defense. We try to pride ourselves on being disciplined on the field, and if you're disciplined off the field, we feel like discipline will handle itself on the field. So hopefully you'll see that discipline on the field as well, and we don't beat ourselves and do the things that can't beat you. And that's what we'll be about.
You average 40 points a game. There's teams throughout the state who seem to struggle at times to score points. There's others that score plenty. Do you think this Delta State team could be the leading scoring team in the state under your leadership?
Well, I just hope it's in Division II. I'm not really worried about anybody else. I hope. I really, I feel confident about the ability of what the offensive coaches I bring in, what we'll be able to do. To be honest with you, I could care less about statistics. All I care about is what's the end scoreboard say. But I feel like we'll have a chance to be pretty explosive with some things, and obviously the more points you score, the better. And so, but if we score 3 and hold them to 0, it's a great day. And so, that won't be a goal, so but name of the game is put the ball in the end zone. So we're going to do our best to do that.
How difficult will it be as far as recruiting with National Signing Day about a month away?
It'll be a big challenge. My previous job, I got the job after signing date, so it's going to be a lot easier than that for sure. I got at least a month ahead of the game, and so it will be because now we've got to build some relationships, down here that people won't be used to me, and some other people that'll be hopefully coming with me. But if I am able to bring the guys with Mississippi ties on the fold, that'll help us there. And so it'll be a shortened. Obviously, we got about 3 weeks till signing date. Most importantly, I want to make sure that we get the right people for Delta State, and so I'm not going to go out and just sign to be signing. We're going to get the right ones that we need to hopefully have a great year and fill some of the gaps. That'll be some graduating seniors, and then go out and try to find the high school players that can help us get to where we want to be. Anybody else?
Further questions? All right. Coach, final comments?
I really do appreciate everybody being here, and this is your team. We're going to be this community. You're going to love it, what we're going to be able to do, and just give me some time to get everything going here. Once I get it, I've barely got enough time to get the clothes out of the car. That's not ready to get down here. So we are excited. I apologize, my wife couldn't be here. Got a little boy at home, and we're trying to get her down here as soon as possible. You're going to love her. She talks a lot like me. So, but we're excited about being part of this community, being part of this university, and you can be proud of our program and what we're going to accomplish. And go Statesman. Thank you. God bless you.